check out. With one video, we drafted Inverter of Truth. We Inverter of Truthed twice and lost that match. Right? I might have won that actually and then lost in the next match. And then our second instant speed draft ended in just terrible connections all over the place for both players. And even though I opened an Expedition and an Eldrazi Displacer, it was a great deck. I loved it. Right now I haven't opened anything. Personally, I've been wanting to... Personally, I just love Zada's Commando. There's nothing bad about the card. There's a lot of green cards in this pack, so that's probably what's... I'm gonna wheel this larva, I know it. Probably not the pup, but probably the spider. Maybe even the Path Warden. And although I've already played one red deck tonight, I mean, Oath of Nissa isn't terrible. I don't think it's better than Zada's Commando. I got 6 seconds. I'm going to err on the side of the rare. And because I've already gone red tonight. I mean, I'm sending someone pretty hard into red. A Hedron alignment and an Oath of Nissa. We've got a great pool here, folks. A great pool. Black-green is not a bad place to be. White-green is more like where I want to be. However, Searing Light is not where I want to be. I don't really foresee myself getting a whole lot of equipment. I never really do. A Void Grafter is interesting. 3 mana, 2/4. Gives hexproof and it's a flasher. I haven't played with that card yet. I don't like anything else here. I kinda would take the Sky Climber. It's a random 3-drop. Going green-blue is not something I want to do either. Is a problem. Is a big problem. You know what, I'm gonna take this Embodiment of Fury and maybe end up green-red. Even though I passed, I'm sending someone pretty hard into green, or into red rather. But at least maybe they'll think about it and think differently now, because once seeing this pack, you might be tempted to go blue. Jeez, I mean, I just passed that. I don't even remember what it is. I'm definitely taking Nissa's Judgment. I'm gonna keep thinking about blue, see where red goes. But I love Nissa's Judgment. I really, really love it. Whew, a Grixis land, a Boulder Salvo, 4th pick. I don't know if that's late or not. I think that the card, is it better than Touch of the Void? I don't know. I mean, if it was instant speed, it would be, but you're not going to surge something instant speed as easily. This pick is harder. If I'm going red-green, I don't really want to be all devoid. If I want to open myself up to white, green-white is a really nice deck. Shoulder would be a good pickup. Boulder Salvo is, of course, removal, which we... Alright. We have no special ideas besides let's avoid devoid in what we have right now. Let's just do that. But interestingly enough, this is early enough to take a Tull Collector and actually take advantage. which I've wanted to do. I haven't. I've drafted many bone saws in a deck before, and for good reason, in a blue-red deck, but was not able to get the Toll Collector in there. Don't need Cinder Hellion. Typically, it's. I guess it's good to get rid of a Boulder Salvo from your opponent's hand. I'm definitely taking this Toll Collector. I wouldn't mind a Tears of Valakut coming back around. Good sideboard card. Man, blue. Am I thinking harder about blue? I mean, green seems to be... Green's always... How is green not a good choice? Like, just an okay choice. If I was going to think about blue, now I would take this Storm Chaser Mage and hope that there was only one other blue player at the table going forward. If I want to stay where I'm at in my little lane, Crumbling Vestige doesn't do much for me, and neither does Spark Mage's Gambit. So I'm going to take the Storm Chaser Mage. See if maybe we can have a lot of fun? Question mark? Natural state is nothing, so yeah, red and green are getting cut, so there must be at least one other red-green player. I bet it has to do with... I bet Oath of Nissa would not put someone into green, whereas the Zada's Commando did put someone into red, and I'm regretting it. That person is going to cut me off from red coming back, so maybe green, blue with a red splash is where I'm going to end up. Therefore, I'm going to take this Sweep Away. It's a nasty little spell. I'll take a red card. I like Maw of Kozilek. I'm not going to draft wastes, but I would draft... If I see a little... I would draft one of the uncommon... and there's even a holdout settlement. I guess I would draft the other colorless lands. The Sweep Away, second Sweep Away, I'm going to leave there, because we'll see another one. Seer's Lantern is, yes, one source of devoid of colorless mana that I do not mind having. I don't think even if I end up using blue, that Pyromancer's Assault is going to pan out for me. A Loam Larva 2-drop could keep me in green. This is my pack, my original pack. And the Seer's Lantern is where I'm going to be. Seer's Lantern already rocked me once tonight. I'm not going to let it happen again. Between Expedite and Containment Membrane here, the only reason I really would want an Expedite is maybe I'll pick up a Jorian. First or second pick, next pack. That seems to be a common rare. But I think I'm going to take this Containment Membrane. It's keep blue open to myself. Wow. See, that person did hit this pack and start thinking some other things. He did not take that Brute Strength. Gravity Negator might not be bad for us. Umara Entangler also might not be bad for us. I think I err on the side of a 2-drop. And it looks like we're ending up with more blue. Look at this. A Maw of Kozilek could give us reasons to stay in red. We're still in pack 1 though. We're still in pack 1. Do we want this crab? 3 to a 4. Nah, I think the 4 is obviously better. This is an interesting decision. I do want this red card in my sideboard, but I wouldn't mind this wastes. I don't think it would be a waste. I'm gonna take that. Sideboard card, 2 sideboard cards. One I might play either of them. Tears might be main deckable even. If I see something big. Mina and Den is nice. A Lagak is nice. It's 2 pathward. I mean, they're both 4 drops. I'm thinking between a Lagak and a Mina and Den. I mean, I kind of want a Path Warden too. It's like if you pass a Mina and Den and then it doesn't come back, it's not a card I want for value. It's a 4/4 for 4. You can do some shenanigans. I think I take the Lagak here. Honestly. Or no, I take a Path Warden and just let that be my top end, and then bam. Path Warden over Mina and Den. I did it. Zendikar Resurgent and not Elemental Uprising is what I'm seeing there. So a Bone Saw is interesting. Bone Saw. I got 41 seconds. Dog is whining at someone outside. There must be some girl out there. Who cares? Am I going blue? Am I going red blue? There's no reason for me to decide to splash something right now, and I only have 3 green cards. Right now, I'm not going to take a green card that really makes me excited. The Bone Saw is not what I want either. I want a Chitinous Cloak. So I think the Umara Entangler is my pick. A second Entangler. It's a good card. No problem. Any way we can go white at this late? I don't think so. I think we've landed red blue. This is kind of crazy though. It's tempting because I could maybe still wheel that. Don't do it. I see a Sweep Away, a Cultivator Drone, and Unknown Shores. I want to. Don't have that much in the way of colorless spells, so I want the Unknown Shores over the Cultivator Drone. A Lead by Example, a Sweep Away. I think I'm still only splashing green, if that. With an Unknown Shores, it makes it a little easier to do that over a Sweep Away and a Cinder Hellion. Yeah, Unknown Shores. Chitinous Cloak. Oh, and a Gak in the same pack? Even Ruin in their wake. No, I guess not Ruin in their wake, since it's my splashed color. The Lagak, my deck, I think right now would take the Cloak. I mean, although I only have the Toll Collector, it still could make my Maw of Kozilek of a huge threat. I've done that once, and it's insane. And I want a Lagak in my deck. I have 8 creatures right now. I want a Lagak in my deck. I want a Prophet of Distortion. Yeah, actually. I think there are people probably screaming at me. There are only 2 people watching. I'm going to take this Prophet of Distortion, since I'm obviously more in a blue deck. A Thought Harvester is a good pickup. I mean, am I obviously in a blue deck? Because look at this Path Warden. And a Free Runner. And a Thought Harvester. What is this pack doing to me? And 2 equipment cards that maybe one of those will come back. Maybe I can get a Strider Harness. on the wheel. A 2/4 flyer for 4 or a surge. So do I want a flyer for 4 or do I want something that with menace? I think I take a colorless spell and I get some exiles, so I only get 2, 3, 4 exiles. Unless I pick up some more colorless, which could be artifacts or equipment rather. I'm going to take the Thought Harvester over the Free Runner. So, how am I seeing that Free Runner this late? Foil Swamp. I don't know why I pointed that out, but there's a Foil Swamp. I got a new Mara Entangler. How many of these do I need? A Hedron Crawler. Might be better for the Maw of Kozilek, but a Crumbling Vestige could help me play more green cards whenever I want to. Play a green card, not more really. Just one. Again, a Strider Harness could go in this deck. But a Vestige right now I think is welcome. Making 2, 3 sources total. Maybe even no wastes, because I have the Maw of Kozilek specifically is why, and the Prophet of Distortion is why, is since you're asking. Consuming Sinkhole, affectionately called the Butthole, which is always enjoyable to let someone get last pick and then say, haha, you got the butthole, and point at them. Yeah, wastes over a pulse that I'm not going to use, and a butthole that I want someone else to pick up. Green white is where I wanted to be, but I don't think I found anything that, or past anything that really made me want to go white anyway. Draw 3 cards, discard 2. I'm not going to pick up Gideon in the next pack. I'm going to say that I'm not, and hope that I actually do. That slip through space right now, I think that's nice actually. Another slip through space? A Pathfinder? 5/5 for 6, or a Warping Whale that can counter sorceries. 2 mana to counter a sorcery that I am relatively likely to have late game. 10 seconds. Slip. Top end. Do I need top end? Maybe. I don't have. Do not have a whole lot of surge cards. Only 1 Boulder Salvo. This Bone Saw. Jeez, it's a Bone Saw. Did I miss the Chitinous Cloak? I think that would have been the last previous pack. A Canopy Gorger, if it was not double, would be interesting. A Gift of Tusks is kind of silly, but I guess that's my prowess. My prowess pick. I mean, I think Expedite goes in more than Gift of Tusks. A second Sweep Away can be nasty. This is interesting. Expedite, Sweep Away, Expedite, Sweep Away, Expedite, Sweep Away, Expedite, Sweep Away. Let's take Sweep Away. Ooh! So now, these last 2 picks I could get like 2 Strider Harnesses in a row. Yeah, I'm going to take this Chitinous Cloak over Abstruse Interference, which I don't like at all. Do not like it all. Give me the cloak. Yes! This is good business. Why? Because I don't have surge cards that I really want Bone Saws, and this Toll Collector will suck all this up. I might not play this Strider Harness. Maybe the last pick someone wanted a land much more than a Strider Harness. And I'll get 2 of them. Oops. I guess I got a Corpse Trim. And an Untamed. Not a second Strider Harness. What equipment can I get in BFZ that I would want? Nothing. I have no death touch to make pathway arrows fun. Toll collector is Toll collector, chitinous cloak. That's the only thing, and it has to be in your hand or else it's unreliable. A breaker, a herald. Herald. I mean, herald makes chitinous cloak a 1 mana or a 2 mana spell. What else? A sky spawner. And evolving wilds. Ooh, this is a good pick. This is a good pick. Sky spawner or evolving wilds with a set. Oh, jeez, I have no idea what to do. Sky spawner is sky spawner. Evolving wilds lets me get to a path warden. That's it. And a Tajuru Warcaller, but someone's gonna pick that up. This pretty much makes a couple things cheaper. It makes for, yeah, I mean, doesn't make for a whole lot. I would like it to come back, so maybe that's out. Sky Spawner, Evolving Wilds, Warcaller. Other allies, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Evolving Wilds, Sky Spawner. Sky Spawner, I think, is the obvious choice. I can get another one. I'll take pretty much any of these. I really would like the green one. Do I even want that? What else? Oracle, am I exiling anything? Except with Thought Harvester. No. It's the only way. There are no red cards here. The rare is probably red. Draws a Devastator. So our person to our right, who's passing to us last, is in red. That's so lucky. Try to swing hard to green and play blue-green. This is not the time to really try that, I don't think. Could take this Fertile Thicket, which is probably a good pick. I think that'll work out for us. A Foily Mist Intruder. A Turn Against. Another Sky Spawner. A Kozilek Sentinel. Or a Ruin Processor for top end, which would pretty much replace our Pathfinder. I would like to get another processor back, but right now I don't think is the time. My low end is a little bit low. A Sentinel would help. A Turn Against is sweet. It is. I don't know if I can really pass this Turn Against. Oh, but this is... No, I took that Sky Spawner. So I've got one Sky Spawner. Do I need to? I mean, sacrificing to pump something is not amazing. And I don't have like a Warping Whale or anything, so I don't need a second Sky Spawner. Turn Against or Sentinel. Sentinel will get a little bit bigger. Let's hope to get another Sentinel. Take this Turn Against. Ooh, see? That's kind of sick. That is kind of sick. 2 Catacomb Sifters in a row, so I hope no one's in black and green. Or close enough. I also hope no one's in red and white. Or close enough, because that's kind of scary. Do not want to play against those decks. This is an obvious Vile Aggregate, and I think this is a good pick for us. A good 3-drop. It's not going to do a whole lot. Ooh, an Exert Influence is also easily a good pick for this deck. Over an Invoke Predator and a Nettle Drone. With all the like 1/4s, 2/4s, I can let something that's like a 1/4 get pumped twice by support, then Exert Influence, a 3 power creature. I dig it. And Bring to Light can bring Oath of Nissa, Sweep Away, possibly Containment, Sweep Away. Or a creature too, huh? So all of this, bring to light, can summon for 5 mana. Alternatively, a Sure Strike. I'm sick of seeing War Leaders tonight, I'll tell you that much. Don't have much going on in the skies, so Mantis might not be a bad choice. Do I have anything that'll kill down here? No, not really. Nothing amazing. It's not a Kajorian or anything. Sure Strike, Mantis. It was that was a harebrained pick, but hair second pick. I basically am just going creatures right now more so, and yeah, I guess the skies are looking pretty weak right now for us. So you know what? Even for that, maybe this Tears of Valakut makes it in. A Lifespring Druid is probably going to be too small for our splash situation. A Mist Intruder. A Mist Intruder. Is a 2-drop. We want 2-drops. I don't want to retreat so much on a splash. I don't care about destroying an artifact, enchantment, or land. Do I? I mean, it's 4 mana. I just think, yeah, I'm still prioritizing creatures. A 2-drop flyer is just annoying enough to make the deck. And I think a Wavewing Elemental actually does wonders for us here. We can drop this Pathfinder and just have that as a top end. Distortion. No to the Valakut Invoker. Or, what did I just call something? Tears of Valakut. Valakut Invoker would actually be really nice. Could someone give me one of those? Keep seeing that that card win matches obliquely, and just there's so many board stalls anyway. People talk about it, but half of the games that we play, we're all ending up with more mana than we need and not enough stuff to do with it. Is what I think. So it's cool that I get another chance at a Sure Strike. A Hedron Blade might be interesting. Although I think after the Sure Strike would be when I would want it. So it's a 1 mana colorless spell, activating Thought Harvester and Boulder Salvo that can attach for free, give my one guy a boost. I think Sure Strike is still what I want. I want another Hedron, another shot at one of those for the next 2 picks or 3. There's no way I'm going to get to a Plated Crusher. There's also really no way I'm going to play a Gnarlid. I actually have other 2-drop allies. No 3-drop allies or 4-drop allies. Just a 5-drop. So there's nothing good here. I'm going to hate a Geyser Field Stalker. Not proud. Not proud. I'm okay by this deck. It does some things I haven't done before, and there's it's dirtily, you know. I can steal twice. Yes. Ooh, that's a nice. Someone took a land instead of all of this. And no one's taking these Catacomb Sifters. I think that's great. Think that's great, just in general. And this Sentinel is a great ad. Shields up! You I might even run a Brood Hunter Worm in this deck. Well, maybe not in this deck. I do run one of those, two of those in green decks with Lagax. But only then, I suppose. I do not run an Earthen Arms, but I might run a Vestige. Actually, now, no, I won't. I have 12 spells, which I think is probably too many. 1, 2, 3, 4 at 5 mana, which is too many. But I can't give away any of them. That's my reason to have green right there. A slip might not make it. I think the Oath I'm just going to try. And the Baloth might make it. 17 creatures. The Containment Membrane is too slow. 2 sweep aways. Sweep away, sweep away, sweep away. 2 Maws of Kozilek. Maybe not the Baloth. I'd rather have a Path Warden. This Boulder Salvo, let's pretend that I play it on turn 3. So then things look a little nicer by fooling ourselves like so. This Seer's Lantern seems kind of out of place. I mean, I like it with Maw of Kozilek. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good number of sources of. I think is the good number for us right now for only having our 4-drop be requiring it. And most of it's in lands, so yeah, I don't know what that means. We don't have Hedron Crawlers is what it means. Mostly. I think you're looking at our deck, people. I think you are looking at our deck. Possible sideboard cards, comparative analysis, containment field, and Gift of Tusks all. They kind of go together, really. Like you want to play Gift of Tusks, maybe onto your Kozilek Sentinel, and attack, trade, whatever, and then play comparative analysis for 3. That would be a turn 4 move. Got Sky Spawner. So how do I win here? Shields up on 2. Toll Collector on 3 after I've played. No, I have not played Chitinous Cloak on 3. So I guess on 4 I play Chitinous Cloak and attack with the Menace card. None of that sounds really great. So I'm a little slow here, actually. Second condition, I play Prophet of Distortion turn 1. Turn 2, Umara Entangler. Turn 3, Sky Spawner. Yeah. I don't have any like dream situations, I guess. Chaser Mage into Sweep Away is nice, but these are all good for 2 mana. Like if I had 3 Storm Chaser Mages, maybe that would be nicer. This is Judgment is really, yeah, I wanted some Lagax, I think, more than Maws of Kozilek. I wanted a Zadis Commando. I wonder if that wouldn't have changed anything. It would have just been 1 Zadis Commando. I wouldn't have created more. Draft is self-correcting. This is the deck that best suited us. We thought we were going to go green, red, and even saw Amina and Den, but just saw all these blue cards. And I think I like a Path Warden over Amina and Den in a deck that doesn't have like Grove Rumblers I didn't see any of those, so I don't really regret that. A Territorial Bailout after Mina and Den is still not great. Yeah, you can give your 6/6 or 8/8 trample. Like, I may be talking myself into something that doesn't even really matter. I also wanted to be able to not play this Fertile Thicket and play... Wow, so I have 2 Surge cards. Maybe I don't play the Fertile Thicket. I also did not get any Planeswalker spells. With Oath of Nissa, I could have played Gideon in this deck. Or I could have played any, obviously Kiora, but I could have also played Ob Nixilis. Interesting note. We're far away from a deck, and I have any. Okay, so we got 5 minutes. We need to cut probably at least 1 spell. I like where our creatures are at. I could cut 1 creature, which would leave us still a couple of cards away from a deck. Let's, for craps and giggles, say that Embodiment of Fury is not really what I want to do. Because I did not pick up Mina and Den. I did not wheel Mina and Den, I guess. Maybe later in the format I'll be able to do that. I've already seen it happen. And I've had crazy decks that have had Mina and Den shoved into them because I got them, or it, just way late. I got it like 5 picks left in a pack one draft. It was crazy, and I had Jorien in that deck. It was crazy. It was the last time I played green or blue-red. I like the green that we have. I would splash for Nissa's Judgment very often. What to get rid of? 1 Umara Entangler Bites the Dust. I keep 1 mana, 1 power in the sky. I have no processors. I did not pick up that card draw processor. Prophet, no, the one that looks like a slamming people in the sandbox like he's throwing a tantrum. Umara Entangler, you're back in. This will help. That's not what I meant. That's what I meant. 2 sweepaways. 4 top end spells. For craps and giggles, say we play that turn 3 or 4. Most commonly turn 4. Let's be real. Seer's Lantern, I think, is important for Maw of Kozilek. And having 2 of them in there is going to be one of my main win conditions, and also having the ability to put a cloak on them, one of them is also. So I think I have good win condition. I have nothing in the sky, so I think Mantis has to stay as well. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other creatures that are colorless, so Vile Aggregate is most likely a 1 or a 2/5, or maybe a 3/5. If I play a Sky Spawner, maybe a 4/5. I can't cut any of these creatures. 14 creatures, I think, is what I have to stay at. If anything, I'll put something back in. Put a Vestige back in, put a Pathfinder back in to make Vile Aggregate better. Sweep away out. Take I'll leave a slip in. We're at 26. Fart. 3 more cards. vestige. Okay, no giant Mastis, and we'll side it in for the vestige. 2 more cards. No Pathfinder. Keep the Wave Wing. 1 more card. Slip or Sure Strike or Sweep Away. Or Oath of Nissa. Which gives you card advantage. This does the same thing. Oh, this would be my first. And why I'm thinking about Oath of Nissa so hard is it would be my first time playing it. Do we play it? Do we play it? Oath of Nissa or Slip Through Space are our last cut. Both are card draw. Slip Through Space can be a win condition, whereas Oath of Nissa cannot. And it's an early card on the splash color, so I think Oath of Nissa gets cut. And it's actually not that hard of a decision. So let's add some basic lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take one of you out because we have Crumbling Vestige. Let's put 1 more island in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have more. Sort by color. Oh, I guess not. This is our deck. That's our deck. And we're in round 1.